Hello students, your instructor here again, John Mandela with another screencast. This one very important. It talks about, as you can see in the title, uploading files to FTP space, testing them in the browser, and then submitting them in Angel or your online class. So let's run through a scenario. So here's you, right? Here's your computer. And you've used Dreamweaver, and you've made, let's just say, a contact.html file. This could be any HTML file. We'll just use contact as an example. So let's use a little folder icon, let us know that it's a file, just like any other kind of file. And we need to send it, but we're not sure how to. So what do? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to use cyberduck. Okay, we're going to use cyberduck. It's a little free FTP client. The client means it's a piece of software that allows us to access our FTP space that's been provided by Rasmussen. Alright, well when we send it to cyberduck, what really happens? What really happens is cyberduck sends that file, see it's contact.html in both spots, sends that file up to your FTP space. Okay, well let's say you've done that, it seems like you've done everything right, but you just want to be sure. And you should always do this. After you upload it to your FTP space, you always check to make sure. Well, how do you check it? You're going to check it by using a browser. And your browser could be Internet Explorer, it could be Firefox, Chrome, Safari, Opera, any number of web browsers. It doesn't really matter which one. You just want to make sure that you can actually see the file. It might look a little bit different each one, that's okay. Again, you just want to make sure that you can actually see the file. Well, how am I going to be able to see the file? Where do I go? Where you're going to go in the address bar is you're going to type in sotd.us/ and this is going to be your username. So in this example it's John Doe. All one word, all lowercase, no dot in the middle. And then slash, and then you're going to type in, since it's a contact.html file, you're going to type in contact.html. If it was your index file, you'd type in index.html. If it was your about us, you would type in aboutus.html. You're going to type that in the browser. I know it's very different than any other kind of website you go to as far as the path. You're going to type this in, hit enter, and what you should see is your contact.html page in the browser. Okay, because what your browser is doing when you type in this address is it's pointing to your FTP space. That's all it's doing. Now, you've done all that, so you're excited, right? You made the file correctly, you uploaded the file with cyberduck correctly, you tested it with a web browser. Now you need to submit the assignment. How do you do that? To submit the assignment, what you're going to do is take this URL, right? What you just typed in, you're going to copy that, you're going to paste that, and you're going to submit that into Angel. Not in the Dropbox. You don't need to submit anything in the Dropbox. It's in the little comments box next to where you normally would submit a file. Okay, and you're going to have likely a few different ones each time until we start developing some navigation. So, you know, you might have contact, about us, feature, index, whatever. You're going to submit them as individual links to Angel. Well, that's great. You're wondering, well, how's he going to be able to see my stuff? How I'm going to be able to see your stuff is I'm going to be over here. Okay, whether I'm at home or on campus or what have you. Go from my computer, I'm going to look to Angel. I log in to the same Angel online class that you do, and I'm going to see this in your assignment submission comment box, and I'm going to click on that, and it's going to take me through my browser, right? Obviously if I'm accessing Angel, I'm using a browser, and it's going to point to the FTP space. If I can see it, just like you can see it, then good. You've submitted it correctly. If I can't see it, if it gives me an error or something like that, then it's a problem. I strongly urge all of you to not use any capital letters in any of your HTML or image files. And that's not just in the name part of the file, but also in the extension. So a lot of, for example, if you're using your own digital photos, a lot of digital cameras have a .jpeg and the JPG is capitalized. You want to make sure they're all lowercase. And all of them that way. Any folders that hold any files or images are all lowercase with no spaces. Okay, spaces can screw things up, both in the file and in the folder. So I'm going to see exactly what you had sent. I'm going to basically look for it the same way that you tested it through the browser by typing in that long path, or in my case by clicking on the path of the link that you gave me. So that's how it works. Now if you're stuck on this part, cyberduck's giving me problems, you have to call the personal support center, and they will give you your login and your username, and it's different than any of the other login username that Rasmussen is giving you. Tell them you're a design student, you need your FTP credentials for your class. That's all. If you have any questions, let me know.